Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Abe with MysticGenMara.com, a small town mystic from the middle of Idaho. And tonight, whenever you happen to be seeing this, I would like to offer your June 2025 elemental relationship reading for the elemental energy of fire. So how I like to do these is to look at the energy for the individual first, so for the singles, and then we'll look at the energy for the couples. We take a little check and see where the energy's popping up with the chakra, and then we pull some tarot cards to get a little more clarity. If you're interested in any of the decks or books I'm using, they're linked in the description down below. There's also a natal chart if you're interested. It's not an affiliate link or anything like that, but it's a really good tool if you are looking to have your charts read, or you're just looking to update some stuff, or maybe just find out what that elemental stuff is. That's all linked in the description down below. So, fire covers the zodiac signs of Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and for our fire singles, because we're starting off with the singles first, we have number 36, Integrity, and I'll read from the book and then we'll go through the what my guides are bringing in, just because there's usually a lot more interesting information in the book with this one. But what I will say before we start the book is integrity is doing the right thing when no one is looking. So fire singles, this is a really good time for you to just stay focused on the righteous path, if you will, where you're doing things in the moral and ethical state. They're saying in relationships you want to be honest. You don't have to be brutally honest, but definitely don't hide parts of who you are, or don't fake being something, because it's going to come out in the wash later, and it's generally not a good thing. You don't have to be out there like, I have all these issues, but you definitely don't want to be somebody who's like trying to hide all of their, dirty laundry. It's going to come out eventually, but just be upfront and honest with things is what I'm hearing to start with. So, in our book, we are in our third eye. 36 is working there, so we are looking at this energy. So, fire, you're actually really high up in the chakras this week, or this month. Planetary association is Saturn, and on the image here we have Shani, the Hindu god associated with Saturn, wields a sword that symbolizes the cutting edge of discrimination and moral values. This fierce, spirited ox possesses the strength and determination to endure whatever is necessary to stay on the power of the right behavior. So let's see what our key words are going forward for the month. We have karma, law of cause and effect, learning through experience, hard work, endurance, discipline, maturity, integrity, morals, and restrictions. When we go through life, there are always going to be temptations. It's knowing how to navigate those that's important, and that's where this third eye energy is coming in. This is the key to your intuition, and this is what allows you to really open up to communication with spirit. And what I'm hearing for our fire singles is this is a really good time to basically practice that a little bit, really see what, okay, so I'm having issues with always finding this type of person. So is that something of mine, or is that something that I need to process, what's going on here? Am I looking for this person? And as you go through your month, they're saying that before we get into tarot, I'm hearing that this is a really good time for you to do some inner work, do some inner reflection, but also look at your past relationships, look at your past connections. What have they been? Have they been mostly flings that you can't quite get that deep connection? This is a good time to do some reflection, maybe do some meditation, ask the questions like, why is this going on? They're saying that this is going to be a really positive month for you, but there's going to be a little bit of work on your side that has to be done for everything to pan out. Your first tarot is the Four of Air, time to rest, take a vacation, allow more time before making decisions, meditation provides answers. So, fire, I love how the universe works. It's really saying just don't rush into stuff right now. Enjoy life. No, they're not saying that, but take the time to really figure out what's going on. There's something behind the scenes, something in your subconscious, your shadow maybe, that needs to be maybe put the light of day on to reveal what's happening, because they're saying, what I'm hearing for a certain group of you, that you really are looking for that right connection. You want to meet that one person that just kind of fulfills the needs that you have in a relationship, but you haven't quite met that person yet. And they're saying Well, take a look inside and see, is there a block there that you may have forgotten about? Is there something that's maybe not opening your eyes to someone who's already like a friend, but could be something even more? So they're saying this is a really good time to do that reflection, do that meditation, check in with yourself, check in with your spirit guides, and see what is there that you can grow with. Your other card is a major arcana, so big life lessons here. Number 5, unity with Archangel Sandalphon, traditional viewpoints or methods, spiritual organizations, seeking out mentors and like-minded friends. This is a really good time to hang out with couples. Not like make that your only friend group for the month, but definitely, pay attention to how they interact. See how they respond to each other. Listen to the way couples talk. The healthy ones, the ones that have been together for a while, you'll notice that they don't always agree with everything. They have this way of play, but that's that unity energy. Archangel Sandalphon is a great one to work with, especially when we're trying to understand what's going on here on the planet. In a lot of the Kabbalah, Sandalphon is associated with Malkuth, which is the earth itself, which is all 4 elements as well. So you get a chance to really tap into what's happening here. Why is this happening? They're not saying you're not going to meet anybody this month. It's saying it's time to look inside and meet the right person. Because there's my guides are being funny right now. They're saying you're finding a lot of good right nows, but not good long terms. So it could be just something to play with a little bit on that one. But it's definitely saying do some inner work, even if you're having a good relationship or you're just being single and you're happy with that. That's fine. It's still a good idea to do some checking in with yourself, see where you're at, see what can be improved, see what lessons you've learned, stuff that you might need to integrate. But have fun this month. They're saying really use your intuition to guide you and enjoy the things that are coming forward. There's going to be some surprises, I'm hearing. So Earth singles, definitely just have a big smile on your face, do some inner work, do some meditation, and see what God Source Divine wants to bring in this month, because it's going to be an interesting month, I keep feeling. So our fire couples, we are in number 20. It is transformation for you. And here is your card. There is some powerful energy here, but it's because there's something is shifting. And I will go through the book here in a second, but what I'm hearing is this is a time to put away some ego. There's something coming up that is not healthy in that respect, but it's also saying don't get dragged away by the demands of other people. The two of you in your relationship are the two that are the most important. If someone else is trying to get in, maybe it's time to close that door and be like, okay, they're out there and they need to stay out there. So it's a time for there's something changing, there's something being altered, and I keep seeing ego being put on the back burner, and they're saying there's an outside force that is trying to interfere, and this is where the two of you come together and as one say, no, you stay over there, we don't need you. It doesn't matter if it's a family member, mother-in-law, father-in-law, co-worker, it doesn't matter. If they're trying to interfere, step aside, we don't need you. So we are in our third chakra, which is your solar plexus chakra, so this is a seat of power for you. And the deity on the card is Tripura, oh, I love Hindu, Bhairavi. Associated with the terror as well as protection, this fierce goddess is an aspect of the Divine Mother who judges the powers of creation and destruction. So you're kind of connecting into Kali this month. Looking at her fierceness can make a spirit of courage shake. Her battles are often directed towards burning away the obstacles that slow the progress of her children's journey towards self-realization, such as delusion, doubt, sloth, and other mental obstructions to make upward movement of chakra energy possible. So there's whatever's going on is definitely pushing against how your connection with each other is growing. Like you kind of are feeling a little stagnant maybe at this point, but with her coming in, it's saying enough with that, we're going to move you. Definitely a time of change. Keywords: facing challenges, removing obstacles, creating positive change, finding new skills or opportunities. So fire couples, you are going to be dealing with a lot of shifts this month, and they're saying it's going to be a healthy shift month, but it's not going to be they're saying it's not going to be a super simple situation. There's going to be some growth, there's going to be some challenges, and they're really wanting to emphasize this energy of putting the ego on the back burner. Don't let that thing get out of control. But also, if something on the outside is pushing against it, like your boss is saying to one of you, well, I need you to be working 60 hours a week. That's not in my agreement. That's not in my contract. I have a family at home. Like, that's that pushback. Or you have, because I've had this happen to me before, you have a family member that just insists on showing up and not calling ahead. No, sorry, you didn't call ahead. We have other plans. No, absolutely not. And they're just saying set those healthy boundaries. Really be careful with who you give your power to. This chakra, the solar plexus chakra, is the seat of your personal power. And with this situation, you guys are connected. So this is the couple's power. This is the two of you standing against anything that's coming your way. And what I'm hearing for you is that this, right now, your energy and your power is so connected and so strong that the people outside of it are actually feeling challenged. Yeah, they're not. You're not challenging them. You're just being your delightful couple self, but that's making them uncomfortable. That's fine, they can be uncomfortable, but it's saying don't let them interfere in your relationship, because you guys are on a really good trajectory. There is some healthy changes coming in. There's also some growth that's being offered to you. So it's a good time to maybe do some couples work, do some, gazing into each other's eyes, do some couples yoga, something like that, where you're bonding together again and reminding yourself, what makes that person so, why did I fall in love with them in the first place? I don't care if you've been together for 3 weeks or 15 years. Remember what made that person so attractive to you and really emphasize that in this coming month. Your first tarot is the Four of Water, missing opportunities, discontentment, or boredom, opening your eyes to new possibilities, which this is actually a good idea, because if you're feeling a little stuck, if there's something that's not letting you grow, this is a way to kind of shake things up. It's saying maybe there's an emotional issue, water couples, that is blocking. Is it fear of being looked at as weak because you have an emotion? That's, work through that. That's not always a healthy way of looking at life. Is it something that's coming up where, man, but do we really want to have a kid right now? There's just so many things going on. Do you want to miss the opportunity? Because you can only wait so long. Sorry, but that is a reality of life. Or is there something else that's going on, like an adoption you're looking at? But there's a lot of things right now where you're just kind of like, things are just, You have this energy coming in saying, let's move things forward. Let's get the passion rolling again. Let's get you guys fired up with each other so that you can move forward in this beautiful energy. They keep showing me like this rainbows and butterflies and glitter everywhere. And I hate glitter, so that's a weird one to show. But they're wanting to really bring this in where it's like, fire, couples, you've got this. You guys are really connected. Let's take this to the next level as the energy that's coming in. Things may not have been the most vivacious here lately, but it's now a time to change and amp up. So you have number 8, Big Life Lessons, Major Arcana here, with Justice, Archangel Ragael, fair and just decisions, do what you know is right, and standing up for your beliefs. This is where you're putting up those boundaries, saying, you know what, no, we're not working this many hours, we're doing date night this week, we're going to go do a camping weekend, we're going to shut off our phones, we're going to go out and play in the woods, we're going to go kick our feet in the water, we're going to skip rocks, whatever it is, but you're doing it together, you're doing things as a couple. The energy that I'm getting right now is really intense, fire couples, and they're wanting to just say, reconnect with each other. Take the time to really put the boundaries on the work, on social obligations, quote unquote, because those aren't really a real thing in most cases. Put a pause on all that, saying, you know what, I just want to hang out with my partner. I want to hang out with our family, with our kids. Maybe it's a family camp out you're wanting to do. Fine, go do that. But really connect back in with each other this month, because this energy that you're in, the solar plexus energy, this is where your power lies. And from here, everything wants to move up. It wants to get bigger. It wants to get better. And that's the energy that the universe is offering you is, are we ready to move forward? Are we ready to really take those next steps into this more elevated sense? of life. And they're saying with spirituality, this is one of those things where doing the eye gazing with each other and doing couples yoga, things like that, where it's solidifying and reconnecting you on a spiritual level, not just in physical terms, is going to help this process move forward. Fire couples, you have got an amazing month ahead. There's a lot of opportunity coming in here. There's a lot of readjusting of boundaries to remind people, you know what, you're not in this relationship, you're not paying the bills, you're not sleeping in our bed, get out. Because they keep showing there's an energy trying to push at you, and it's not something that you need to put up with. You can put your foot down and say no. That's asserting your power in a healthy way. That's putting your ego aside and being like, no, I don't care what you think. This is our relationship, and this is how we're going to do it. And we're going to be our own unique selves, and that's the best way to be. So, fire couples, I hope you guys have an amazing month of June. It's looking like it's going to be fun. Fire singles, go out there, live your life, be your unique self, and you're going to attract the right person. Don't put a lust for results out there. Put the lust towards what do you want to build in your life. With that, I will let you guys go. Have a great month of June. Fire, go out there and just stir it up as much as you can. Have as much fun as you can. Live your life with the passion of your sign. I will talk to you later. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, comment, let me know your thoughts, feelings, and opinions, and I will see you later.